Hey everyone, welcome to Chapter 5, Section 9, Modeling with Polynomial Functions. In this video, I'm going to go over how you get a polynomial function from a table of values. The first thing you're going to want to do is find the finite difference or finite differences of your table of values. So if your x values are all equally spaced, which they will be, all right, then you look at your y values and you start subtracting them from right to left. So do like 9 minus 4, that's 5, 4 minus 1, that's 3, 1 minus 0, that's 1, 0 minus 1 is negative 1, and so on. Um, and then you have this row of differences. This is called your first differences. If your first differences were all the same, it'd tell you it's a linear function. If the second differences were all the same, then it tells you it's quadratic function. So 5 minus 3 is 2, 3 minus 1 is 2, 1 minus negative 1 is 2, negative 1 minus negative 3 is 2. So you just keep subtracting with your numbers until you get all the same number. Once you get the same number, it tells you if it's a first degree, second degree, third degree, fourth degree. So linear is a first degree, quadratic second degree, cubic's third degree, quartic is fourth degree. It doesn't matter what number this is. It just matters that they're all the same. So if the second difference was all negative 50, it's still telling me it's a quadratic function, okay? Not that it's to the power of negative 50 or anything like that, all right? So once you subtract your differences, um, then you'll know what function to choose. So let me show you this example. Let's work with this. Write the function given the set of points. All right, so here I already did the work of subtracting it from right to left, 86 minus 50, 84 minus 56, 28. So the first differences were all different. Then I did 28 minus 21, that's 7, 21 minus 15, that's 6. The second row is all different. The third row, 7 minus 6 is 1, 6 minus 5 is 1. They're all the same. So they're all the same number. That tells me the third difference is all the same. That tells me it's a degree 3 and it's going to be a cubic function. So I'm going to plug this into my calculator and then I'm going to run a cubic regression. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to open up a listen spreadsheet page. That's number 4. All right, and then title your columns and plug in all your data. Once you do that, do Control Doc, add data and statistics page. Then just click down here. Tell it this is the X. Tell it that's the Y. X always goes on the bottom, and Y is always on the side. And then go to Menu, Analyze, Regression, and then show linear if it's a first degree, show quadratic, second, cubic, third, quartic, fourth. So we're going to go to show cubic because that's third degree. And so this is our function right here. And you know you chose the right one when it looks like it's running through all the points or very, very close to it. So we have some decimals here. If you're not good with identifying your decimals as fractions, what I recommend doing is typing them in. And so we had 0.16 and then there was a 7. So you'll want to like hold down that 6 for a while. And if you want to type the 7, that's fine. It's just rounding it up. But go to menu, number, and then go to approximate to fraction. And it's going to say 1 over 6. So you can see in this answer 1 over 6, x to the third, plus 1 half x squared plus 1/3 x. So let me go back to this. So there's the 0.5. If you type in 0.5 and approximate to fraction, um, you get 1 half. You have to press enter. And then I did that with the last one. Uh, 0.3. 0.3 forever makes 1 over 3. All right, and then you notice this last thing says -7 e to the -12. Just ignore that. It's supposed to say +0, and some reason the calculator does it sometimes. It may not even show up on your calculator. I don't really have much of an explanation for it other than just ignore it. And so I'm just going to move it over there. This is the function right there. So yeah, that's your function. All right. In this other example, I subtracted. The third differences were all the same. See, it's all 108. It's not the 108th power. It just tells me it's a cubic function. So I plug this in. I do the show cubic function, and I get this right here. So I had 2/3. You'd have to type in that decimal to figure out the fraction. When in doubt, just copy it down exactly as it is. But most of the time, let's say you're doing multiple choice tests, it's not going to have the decimals, it's going to have the fractions. So it's important to know how to convert those decimals to a fraction. Just if you see it continuing like this, that's going to be a continuous fraction. If you don't do all of it, So 0.16667. If you don't do enough numbers, it won't know that it's a continuing fraction, and it gives you this weird thing, and that's not going to show up. All right. The alternative way would be to type in your answer choices. Like, let's say 1/6 was one in the answer choice. Type in 1/6, press that decimal button, press enter. Hey, that's what showed up. So you could go backwards like that as well. But that's going to wrap it up for this video, okay? So thank you for watching. Bye.